With humans always looking to find and explore every inch of our planet, we voyage countless miles of oceanic waters to explore its daunting depths and infinite horizons. 70% of the Earth's surface is below the ocean, with only less than 5% of the world's oceans currently explored. It's revealed some of the most incredible and stunning discoveries one can imagine. From treasure to hidden cities, there have been many weird, bizarre and indeed valuable things discovered at the bottom of the sea. Let's just take a look at 10 of the weirdest things found on the ocean's floor to date. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Let's begin. Number 10. A lost city. Once a bustling metropolis, this long-lost Egyptian city flooded, sank and was forgotten until archaeologists rediscovered it. According to science writer Laura Gegel, the lost city was first discovered off the coast of Alexandria, Egypt in 2000 and has been the subject of regular excavations ever since. For centuries, the city of Herakleion has been shrouded in myth and thought to be a legend. The city, visited by Paris and Helen of Troy and mentioned by numerous ancient historians such as Diodorus and Herodotus, had been lost for nearly 1200 years and more. Built around its grand temple, the city was crisscrossed with a network of canals, a kind of ancient Egyptian Venice, and its islands were home to small sanctuaries and homes. Once a grand city, today its history is largely obscured, and no one is quite sure how it ended up entirely underwater. Number 9. A giant eyeball. South Florida beaches are usually places where people find seashells, tiny crawling creatures, and a shark tooth here and there. But in October 2012, a man strolling along Pompano Beach came across something out of the ordinary, a humongous disembodied eyeball. Word that a giant eyeball washed up on a South Florida beach had created a lot of buzz on the internet, with people wondering which sea monster is now swimming around with an eye patch. Turns out it's just an eyeball from an average-sized swordfish. Florida wildlife authorities explain that swordfish are extremely common off the coast of South Florida. The eyeball was probably taken out by a fisherman who threw it out into the water and it washed up on the beach. It's not some sort of sea monster or anything like that. Though the official explanation ended much speculation about the mysterious eyeball, it still is a weird discovery and has left many people flabbergasted. After all, it's not every day one walks along the beach in Florida and discovers a giant lone eyeball washing up on shore. Anyhow, for being justifiably weird, gross and mysterious all at the same time, the story earned the title of National Geographic's Weirdest Story of 2012. Number 8. An undersea river. An undersea river? Yes, you heard it right. But how can a river flow under the ocean, you might be wondering? Well, scuba divers located a secret underwater river called Cenote Angelita in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The river is actually formed due to a thick layer of hydrogen sulfide at a point where freshwater and saltwater came to be trapped in the cave because of a sinkhole, which was caused by a limestone collapse. And it would kill you if you tried to breathe it in. Cenote Angelita, or Little Angel, appears perfectly normal from the surface, but if you dive down about 30 meters, you'll begin to see what looks like a strange wispy bottom appearing below with a few ghostly bare-limbed tree trunks and branches sticking out. As you get closer, you begin to feel the effects of narcosis at the same time as you see an expanse of wispy fog below. At the top of the cloud, you stop and look around. Everything appears surreal, and a spooky feeling takes over, amplified by the effect of the nitrogen in your brain. That's how Maya Diving describes this hauntingly beautiful natural view, offering scuba diving trips to Angelita. Well, have you packed your equipment yet? Number 7. Giant Oarfish. Undoubtedly, the giant oarfish's physical credits are what make it the most weird inhabitant of deep waters. Oarfish can grow longer than a school bus and have shiny silver skin with long red oar-like pelvic fins and a long red dorsal fin that rises as a mane-like crest on the top of its head. Those fortunate enough to have seen them at the sea surface often mistook it for a sea serpent. Their unique appearance has made them so mysterious that Japan even includes the creature in its folklore. Traditionally known as Ryugu no Tsukai in Japanese, or the messenger from the sea god's palace, oarfish are long regarded as omens of natural disasters. Sighting an oarfish washed ashore in Japan is thought to be a bad sign, as it's commonly believed that the oarfish is a harbinger of earthquakes and tsunamis. The myth became more popular when more than a dozen oarfish washed ashore on Japan's beaches the year before the 2011 Fukushima nuclear power plant disaster. But scientists dispute such claims. They believe that global warming or subtle changes in the Earth's crust could cause the current to stir and push creatures at the bottom to the surface. Number 6. A frilled shark. Say hello to the frilled shark, the most fascinating and yet terrifying creature that lives in the dark depths of the ocean. They have a jagged dinosaur-like appearance with slender bodies that can coil and contort in a serpentine way. Frilled sharks have rarely been seen in their natural environment, so rare that we didn't have any footage of them until 2004. Frilled sharks are claimed to have been living in the ocean for 80 million years. Their prehistoric origins are supposedly obvious in their primitive body. Nearly all of the rare animal's closest relatives are long extinct. Their faces are quite snake-like, and when they open their mouths you'll be able to see more than 300 teeth over 25 rows. Frilled sharks hunt their prey as large as half of their own body length, so once you're in that mouth, you're not coming out. Frilled sharks are quite muscular, and they may be able to lunge strike, a move similar to what you'd expect from a terrestrial serpent. A fisherman in Australia who caught one of these weird beasts in 2015 told the local radio it was like a large eel and the head on it was like something out of a horror movie. It was quite horrific and a freakish-looking sea monster, a catch he never desires to make again. Number 5. Underwater sculpture. Swimsuits and snorkels are not usually considered appropriate attire for viewing works of art, but that's exactly what you need to gain a full appreciation of these sculptures, because they all lie beneath clear Caribbean waters. Designed by artist Jason DeCaris Taylor in 2006, the Granada Underwater Sculpture Park has been listed as one of National Geographic's 25 Wonders of the World. With currently over 75 of these installed underwater, the life-size sculptures range from whimsical figures such as a bicycle rider and a man sitting at a desk tapping away at a typewriter, to more poetic installations including the female figures of Grace Reef, who are at times hidden by the sand and then revealed again by the tides. The project aimed to build an artificial barrier where the coral and other marine life could migrate to and find a new home in an area that was highly devastated by Hurricane Ivan in 2004. More recently, 14 new sculptures have also been added to Granada's Underwater Sculpture Park in order to pay tribute to the nearly 2 million African slaves thrown into the sea during the transatlantic slave trade. Number 4. Ancient pills. If you haven't cleared out your medicine cabinet for a while, you might find some old medicine hiding there, but they wouldn't be older than the medicines found at the bottom of the sea off the coast of Italy. Archaeologists investigating an ancient shipwreck off the coast of Tuscany stumbled upon a rare find, a tightly closed tin container with well-preserved pills dating back to about 140 to 130 BC. An analysis of these ancient grey discs, about 4 centimeters in diameter and 1 centimeter thick, revealed a zinc-based composition that also included iron oxide, starch, beeswax, pine resin, a mix of animal and vegetable fats, flax fiber, coal, grains and pollens. The researchers consulted ancient sources for medical information. They think these tablets may have been used for an eye wash. Historians believe the presence of the medicine chest suggests that the ship may have had a doctor on board, or at least someone trained in rudimentary first aid. Based on the tablet's shape and composition, researchers believe that these, unlike ancient scrolls, can actually provide a rare glimpse into Roman-era medicinal practices. So the presence of actual physical evidence is especially exciting. Number 3. Jason Voorhees underwater statue. As if horror flicks aren't full of enough things that go bump in the night, here's an underwater discovery that'll make scary movie fans extra terrified. In northern Minnesota, someone created a life-size statue of Jason Voorhees, one of Hollywood's most infamous killers, complete with his iconic hockey mask and machete, and dumped it into the bottom of Crystal Lake. It's been sitting there ever since, waiting to give unsuspecting divers a heart attack. The man behind the statue, Curtis Lahr, says the statue is planted 120 feet down in the lake. Adding to the creepiness, Lahr says the lake is an old iron ore pit. He also shot a video of the submerged nightmare he created in 2013 and uploaded it to YouTube, and since then it's been giving goosebumps to internet users and freaking out people who are already scared of going into the water. Even though Jason isn't real, imagine how you would have reacted upon stumbling upon it. You would have definitely wanted to strangle it for making your worst nightmares a reality. Number 2. Vampire squid. Is the vampire squid real? Yes, it's real. But don't worry, it's not really a vampire, or even a squid. Scientifically known as Vampiroteuthis infernalis, or vampire squid from hell, this unique deep-sea creature gets its flashy name not because it sucks blood, but because of its blood-red coloration, cloak-like webbing, and toothy-looking spines. This species lives in the nearly complete dark waters of the mesopelagic zone. When disturbed, the vampire squid inverts its cape and squirts a copious cloud of sticky bioluminescent mucus towards would-be predators. Ew. While the posture this mysterious creature exhibits might look intimidating, astonishingly the vampire squid from hell refuses to kill. This bizarre animal satisfies its appetite with plankton and the rotting remains of dead fish. Like most deep-sea organisms, it's very difficult to study vampire squids in their natural environment, so little is known about the behavior of these animals. Number 1. Giant knife. And among other bizarre underwater discoveries in our list, we've got another one. A massive underwater knife that was supposedly found by a team of professional scuba divers back in 2014. Not much to explain about this mysterious image. We only see a large knife held by 3 divers in a place in the Earth's oceans. Ever since the image has been released by some anonymous source, it's been widely circulated across social network sites and scuba diving forums. And astonishingly, the divers holding this giant knife never made any public appearances to claim their credit on this fortuitous discovery. Anyhow, many considered it to be proof that before written history, perhaps tens of thousands of years ago, giants ruled the Earth, or more than likely, it's a prop that ended up somehow in the ocean. But who knows for sure? Could it be the proof of existence of giant races? Let us know in the comment section what you think. With the continued exploration of the deep ocean, we hopefully will find out more unique and interesting things for you. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.